Welcome to Worthy Tech, everybody. This is a channel where we review tech and we let you know if it is worthy of your time and money. Today we're going to be going over the Sony Wh-Xb900Ns. These are some great headphones from Sony if you are not willing to spend the $300 price tag of the 1000 XM3s. We're going to get into some features of these headphones. Then we're going to be going over the pros, the cons, and if it is worthy of your time and money to seek these out and buy them. So first of all, these are completely wireless headphones. They sound great. They're very comfortable. And I've never had any issues with these. They have noise canceling. That's why one ear is open, or else I won't be able to hear myself talking. They offer 30 hours of battery life. They also offer a quick charge feature. For 10 minutes of a charge, you can get 60 minutes of usage. This comes in really handy for people on the go if they need a quick touch-up or a quick battery charge just to get them through their commute. They also offer Bluetooth 5.0, so you're getting the highest chipset right now available in a stereo headset. So I haven't had any issues with that. It also has LDAC DSEE, which is a digital sound enhancement engine from Sony, which takes low fidelity audio and transfers it into high definition audio. They also have aptX, so they have the Qualcomm aptX HD chipset in them, which gives you a lot better high definition audio, which is right now I think is the top audio chipset you can get. They also have USB-C, so if you have a phone that uses USB-C, you can use the same charger to charge these, which is great. These also have a custom button right here. And that custom button allows you to change if you have a Google Assistant or an Amazon Alexa or don't have either. You can use this as an ambient and noise canceling toggle switch, which is great. You can configure all of this in the app that comes with the headphones. That is their Sony Headphone Connect. One thing I really like about these is there are only 2 buttons. Everything else has no buttons. On the right ear cup, it has touch controls. So if you swipe up, you're increasing volume. If you swipe down, you're decreasing volume. Swipe in towards your face, you're going to skip songs. Backwards to rewind songs. If you tap, it'll pause the music. If you tap while you're getting a phone call, it will answer the phone call. Mic quality on these are great. The other person on the other end of the line has told me that I sound very clear. One cool thing about these is when you're wearing them, if you put one hand over the right ear cup, it will completely activate the ambient microphones around the earbud, around the ear cup, and it will allow a lot of ambient sound in. So if you have your headphones on, you're ordering a coffee, you could just put one hand over the ear cup, order your coffee. There's absolutely no latency during all of this time. All of the touch controls work great. They don't have any issues missing a signal. I've never missed a swipe gesture or it confused it for another gesture. That cover of the ear cup works in milliseconds. It once it senses your hand over it, it just quickly goes to that. There's no loading, no buffering for these to do that. These also have a extra bass functionality in the app. You can actually toggle how much bass you want it to produce. If you're a bass head and you really like a lot of bass in your music, you can definitely get that out of these. On the other hand, if you are not a bass head and you don't want as much bass, you can dial it all the way down. So you don't need to have that bass always pumping into your ears. These don't have haptic feedback or anything like that. It's all just sound. And I gotta say the sound is pretty good. So now we're going to be going over the pros. So some pros about these is they're very comfortable headphones. They have a nice cushion around the ear cups, which is great for everyday use. I wore these for about 6 hours and I have not had any fatigue around or on my ear. These do sit around the ear, and them not being perforated leather, so they're kind of a smooth leather, does feel a little warm, and you get a little ear sweat, but it's not like disgusting or anything. Just put them on, give them a little air, and they're good to go. They are built very well. These are some of the best built headphones I've probably owned. The noise canceling works amazing on these. So they're not as potent as the Sony Wh-X900N, but they are better than my daily drivers, which are these, the WF-1000XM3s. These are good, but these are better. So if you need these for a noise canceling purpose, like say you take a lot of flights, or you go on the train, or you have a really loud car that drives you around, these are some great headphones for you. These will get by and you will still hear some sound come through, but these will definitely satisfy almost everybody. The app that comes with these work flawlessly. You can get it to set different EQs, you can get it to change the sound signature, the bass, the highs, the lows. It's completely customizable. Soundstage on these are really great too. On the app, it also allows you to change the soundstage. That I haven't really messed around with, just because the way they come, they are actually really nice, and I don't think it needs to be any different than the way it is. The touch controls. The touch controls are some of the best I've used. They don't activate unless you want them to. It is a small tapping gesture and swiping gestures, and they work flawlessly. I've never had them miss or change or do something I didn't want them to do. Another great pro about these is that pass-through ability, where if you cover the right ear cup, it allows you to bring in all the natural sound from out and about. So if you have somebody comes up to you and asks you a quick question, instead of having to, take these all off and hang them somewhere, you can just cover the ear cup while they're on your head, and you can have a conversation like normal, and then get on with your day. Once you release the ear cup, your music just comes back to the same volume, and it's completely fine. These headphones have some great bass. So if you are a bass head, you will really enjoy these headphones. That being said, if you're not a bass head and you like more of a clear, higher tone sound, you can also do that. You can have a bright sound signature where the treble and the mids come through more than the bass, which is great for classical music and other types of music. I listen to these with rap, hip-hop, rock, alternative rock, EDM, country. I've listened to all genres of music, and I can completely say that these play all types of music great. Even if you bump the bass to the highest setting, it won't distort the rest of the sound. So if you have the highs the way you like it and the mids the way you like it, but the bass you want to max it out, it's going to be able to keep everything functioning properly, and it doesn't distort the music whatsoever. The mics on these work great too. On phone calls, works amazing. Now we're going to go over some cons. Some people might not like the amount of bass that comes through these, but again, you can always change the bass settings in the app. That being said, the lowest setting you get very little bass. The highest setting you get a lot of bass. So there's a lot of functionality and a lot of tweaking in between. The one thing I don't like about these is they don't come with a hard case. Something being $250, I don't want to throw these in a little baggie and then put them in my backpack or in my, if you have a purse, these might get damaged in that situation. I don't want $250 to go to waste like that. They do sell some cases on Amazon. I'll link them in the description. For these, they are hard cases. They're about $10 to $15 depending on, the color, style, material. The noise canceling on these are not as good as my WH-1000XM3s, but they are better than the WF-1000XM3s. These, I would say, would be on the lower end of noise canceling. They're still great, but they're not as good as these. And these are not as good as the 1000XM3s, as the full-fledged headphones. Price is a little high. I would say $250 for these headphones is a little bit high, but for the features and functionality of this, I would pay the $250 for it and then add on another $10, $15 for a hard case. It comes with everything else you would need in the box, so it's not really a big downfall of these. You can get them Amazon renewed for $100, which is great. I've had great experiences with Amazon renewed. I'll leave a link to that in the description, as well as a link to brand new ones if you want to pick those up instead of the Amazon renewed. In my opinion, these are 100% worthy of your time and money to go out and buy. I would buy these over the Sony 1000XM3s because they do have more bass. And I am kind of a bass head, so I do enjoy some bass once in a while. I don't consider myself an audiophile or anything like that. I'm just a guy who loves to listen to music, and I have had my share of headphones, earbuds. Thank you for watching. Catch me in the next one, and I'll catch you in the next one as well.